When it hurts, that's when you truly discover who you are. Most people spend their lives avoiding pain, running from it, burying it deep, pretending it doesn't exist. But you're not like most people. You felt the sting, the burn, the ache of betrayal, of disappointment, of loss. And instead of hiding from it, you're facing it head on. You're allowing it to mold you, shape you, carve you into someone unbreakable. Pain has a way of revealing the truth about life, about people, about yourself. It shows you the parts of yourself you didn't even know were there. The resilience, the strength, the fire that burns even when everything else seems cold and dark. When it hurts, it's not a sign of weakness. It's a sign that you're alive, that you're fighting, that you're standing strong against the storm. Pain is the world's way of testing your spirit, of asking you if you're willing to do what it takes to rise, to endure, to survive. Most people crumble at the first hint of hurt. They fold, they break, they let the pain define them, but not you. You know that pain is temporary, that it's just a stepping stone to something greater, something more powerful. Every time it hurts, you're reminded of your purpose, of the strength within you that others only wish they had. You turn that hurt into fuel, into drive, into a fire that nothing and no one can extinguish. They see you hurting and they think you're weak. They see the struggle and think you're losing. But they don't realize that the pain you're feeling is just part of the process. They don't understand that every time it hurts, you're becoming stronger, sharper, more focused. Pain is your teacher, your mentor, your greatest ally. It doesn't hold you back. It pushes you forward, daring you to go beyond your limits, to reach a level of resilience that others can only dream of. When it hurts, that's when the transformation happens. It's in those moments of suffering that you learn what you're really made of. It's when the pain is so deep you feel like you're breaking, but instead of shattering, you're rebuilding yourself, piece by piece. And every time you rebuild, you're stronger than before, more powerful, more relentless. You've learned that the hurt isn't there to destroy you, it's there to forge you. Others run from pain, afraid of what it might reveal about them, afraid of the discomfort it brings. But you face it, you embrace it, you let it burn, because you know that with every burn, every ache, every scar, you're being refined. You're becoming someone who can withstand anything, who can look pain in the eye and laugh, knowing it has no hold on you, no power over you. When it hurts, remember this: you're not alone in your struggle. Every great person, every legend, every warrior has felt the same agony, the same suffering. They've walked through the fire, just like you. They've been brought to their knees, just like you. But they rose, and you will too. Because pain isn't the end, it's the beginning of a new chapter, a stronger version of yourself. Let them watch as you rise from the hurt. Let them see the transformation that pain brings. While they avoid discomfort, trying to stay in their safe little bubbles, you're out there in the trenches, enduring, evolving, becoming unstoppable. They'll never understand the strength it takes to walk through fire and come out stronger on the other side, because they've never been willing to face it. But you're different. You're forged in pain, sharpened by adversity, and nothing can stop you. You see, pain has a way of clarifying things. It makes you see who's real and who's fake, who's there for you, and who's there for what you give them. When it hurts, that's when you see who's willing to stand by your side, who's willing to face the darkness with you. And when everyone else has left, when you're standing there alone in the middle of the storm, that's when you find out that you're all you need. That's when you discover the power of standing on your own, of being your own support, your own strength. They'll look at you and see someone who's endured pain and kept going, who's faced adversity and didn't back down. They'll see someone who didn't let the hurt break them, but used it as fuel to rise even higher. And that's what sets you apart, what makes you untouchable, unstoppable. Because once you've embraced the pain, once you've accepted it as part of your journey, there's nothing anyone can do to hold you back. Let them wonder how you keep going, how you manage to smile through the hurt, to keep fighting even when it seems like the world is against you. Let them try to figure out where your strength comes from. They'll never understand it because they're too afraid to face their own pain. But you know that pain is a gift, a guide, a relentless teacher that never lets you get comfortable, never lets you settle. So the next time it hurts, don't flinch, don't back down. Stand firm. Look that pain in the eye and say, is that all you've got? Let it know that you're not afraid, that you're willing to go through whatever it takes to become who you were meant to be. Let it fuel you, drive you, push you beyond your limits, beyond your fears, beyond anything you ever thought you could endure. Pain is temporary, but the strength it builds in you, that's forever. It's a part of you now, a part of who you are, a testament to everything you've survived, everything you've overcome. And when they see you standing tall, unbreakable, they'll realize that the very thing that was meant to destroy you is the reason you're unstoppable. So let it hurt. Embrace the pain. Let it do its work. Because on the other side of that hurt is greatness. And every time it tries to bring you down, every time it tries to make you feel small, you'll rise stronger than ever, more resilient than before. You'll show the world that pain isn't your enemy, it's your ally, your guide, your path to greatness. When it hurts, remember, this is your moment of transformation, your time to rise, your time to become the force you were always meant to be. Because the pain, it's not there to stop you, it's there to build you. And with every hurt you endure, you become something that no one, nothing, and no pain can ever break. Dito por si. Obrigado. Faço mesmo por o tema. You were patient, but now it's time to let them go. Com 4,000 characters. Dito pelo ChatGPT. ChatGPT, you were patient, but now it's time to let them go. Joker speech. You gave them time. You gave them chances. You stood by and watched, hoping that maybe, just maybe, they'd see the truth, see the loyalty and the patience you offered them without question. But they took it all for granted, didn't they? They thought your patience was a sign of weakness. They mistook your loyalty for naivety. They assumed you'd always be there, that you'd keep tolerating their games, their lies, their inconsistency. But now it's time to let them go. You see, patience is a virtue, but only when it's directed at those who deserve it. And what they never understood is that your patience wasn't endless. It was a gift, a rare show of strength and resilience. You waited, you believed, you endured, but there comes a point when enough is enough. When the value of your presence is no longer recognized, it's time to remove it. They might act shocked, try to play the victim, try to make you feel guilty for stepping away. They'll paint you as the one who left, as if all that patience and understanding you poured into them just vanished. But that's their truth to grapple with, not yours. Your decision to let them go isn't about punishment. It's about finally respecting yourself enough to stop waiting for something that was never going to change. They relied on your loyalty, leaned on your forgiveness. They knew you would stand by them no matter what, that you'd forgive their mistakes, their betrayals, their disregard. And you did, again and again, hoping that they'd see it, that they'd feel grateful, that they'd realize what they had. But they didn't. They took it all as their due. They grew comfortable in your patience, never realizing it was something you chose to give. You were patient because you believed in them. You saw their potential, what they could become if only they'd try. But you can't keep waiting for someone to live up to what you see in them. You can't keep putting your life on hold, sacrificing your peace, hoping for a miracle that may never come. There's a point when patience turns into self-sacrifice, and you've reached it. They'll miss you when they realize you're not coming back. When they look around and see that empty space where you used to stand, they'll start to feel the weight of what they lost. Your silence, your absence, it'll scream louder than anything you could ever say. It'll remind them that you were there, that you cared, that you waited, and that now you're gone. You walked away not because you wanted to, but because they gave you no other choice. People don't realize what they have until it's gone. They don't see the loyalty, the patience, the love, until they're left with nothing but the echo of your absence. And by then, it's too late. You gave them every chance to appreciate you, every reason to step up, to meet you halfway. But they didn't, and now they'll have to live with the consequences. Your absence will be their reminder, their punishment, their lesson. You can't keep pouring into a cup that has holes in the bottom. You can't keep giving your patience to someone who doesn't value it, who doesn't respect it. They had their time, and they wasted it. And now it's time for you to choose yourself, to put that same patience into your own growth, your own peace, your own future. Letting them go isn't about bitterness or revenge. It's not about proving a point or making them feel regret. It's about freedom. Freedom from the cycle of